Okay, so I decided that I'm gonna do my intro and maybe try to look decent in my intro because on this channel, why do I always look like a diseased rat when filming? Like, genuinely. Half of it's my hair. I don't know. I used to have such good hair and now with my hair it's like... Anyway, I hope that... So, guys, hi, welcome to this video. I'm gonna be putting my bullies on, tier list, because, you know, if someone bullies you, best thing to do as revenge is profit off of it. So hi guys, I'm profiting off of you. I'm profiting off doing this so you guys can see my makeup, because like I never wear makeup. If I could just take off this mask, you guys would actually be blown away, because I look so pretty right now. Like my makeup looks so good today, because I was like on TikTok and then I found this new hack about like using snail beacon under your makeup. Oh my god, it looks so good. Can you tell I'm wearing concealer right now? No, I don't. Guys, oh, I don't have a mic. Anyway, this is literally my third time filming this because I didn't like how the other ones came out. I just hesitated too much. Like, why can't I speak? I'm not using a script for this. Like, why can't I speak? And then the video's too long, and then I end up putting everything. And I don't like that. Okay, so here is the story about Sewer Water. So Sewer Water and we used to be really good friends because, like, you know, all your worst enemies are actually your friends from the beginning. It's always like that. Like, girl, come on. It was like over the pettiest thing too. Okay, so basically we were really good friends. Then she had to leave school for a little bit. And then I made other friends, and those other friends, well, she didn't like, because this girl, she didn't treat anyone like well, besides like people in her circle, and people sort of like idolized her because she, well, was pretty, and like she had that pretty privilege, and she also had like a TikTok account with a pretty decent following, so people wanted to befriend her. So the problem with this is that it made it really hard for anyone to oppose her, because she basically, like, anyone who was like friends with her kind of cultly followed her. Like, her entire circle was like a cult, kind of. Like, this is a bad comparison, but what I mean is, like, even if they think what she's doing is wrong, they either won't speak up or will agree with her to get on her good side, which isn't good. And I'm going to admit, I was one of the people who didn't speak up when I really should have, because she was not a nice person. Like, why would you do that anyway? Like, come on, girl. Like, you don't have, like, I can't say that, but like, it's not that deep. Just be a nice person, okay? Like, you could have saved so much drama for little me, younger me. Anyway, so we were friends, and she left for a bit, so I made new friends because, like, because I sat with this girl a bunch, and like I need someone to talk to, right? So I made new friends, and I really liked them, and I started sitting with them more and started talking to them more, and then she came back, and then I think she started thinking that I was like neglecting her, this friend group or something, because I was in two friend groups. One of them had her in it, and one of them didn't. So she wanted me to add her into this friend group. I did, and then what she did was crazy. Okay, so she started a bunch of drama. What I mean is that, like, she pitted everyone in that group against each other purposefully and started telling people like fake things. So let's say, like, she would tell my friend of like 7 years that I was like shit-talking her, which, like, I wasn't shit-talking her though. Like, all the stuff I said to this girl was stuff I communicated to my friend, because I'm good like that. Like, the stuff that I communicated to my friend, because I remember this very vividly, by the way, because this left me, like, it still impacts me, because it just does. Okay? And lied to them, told them that she was cutting, and blamed it on them. She was like, it's your fault, I'm crying, right? I'm cutting. She was not. She was lying. And in another group chat, she was texting. I remember she was texting me and being like, haha, this is so funny. And I'm like, girl, what? And then I remember I like try to be like, hey, why don't I pretend to go against you? And after that, she started treating me really badly, because I think she knew that I, like, truthfully just did not like what she was doing. And you know, since then everything went downhill. And then the next day, so I obviously told my friend of 7 years what this girl was up to, because even though it was this whole thing of like not opposing this girl, like, come on, you don't just do that. That's not, like, just be a decent human being. It's not that, it, like, was not that difficult. Like, you did not have to impact that many, like, this girl did not have to impact that many people on a big scale. And you know what, she probably felt good about it after too. Like, what type of sick and twisted mentality do you have to have, dude? Anyway, so yeah, we basically broke up her friendship, and she sent me like a really, like, I apologized. I was like, I'm sorry that you, like, it wasn't my fault, but I still have the courtesy to apologize, because I'm just like that. I don't like to have beef with anyone. I don't like to, and I also avoid confrontation. So I lied to her a lot to avoid confrontation, especially in that whole situation when they were both beefing. Anyway, and guess what? Everything just landed back on me. So after that, the next day, I remember she just, like, didn't want to be friends with me anymore, and then she took the rest of my friends with her, and I was like, okay. And I remember, like, kind of crying that day. She probably thinks she did something, and then after that she started posting on social media about me, like, about cryptic texts and stuff. And then after that, well, she started sending my friends texts that I sent to her about them. But I don't think she knows. I told them everything, like, first. Like, I told them what I thought truly about them. Like, if there's anything I find wrong with someone, I will, like, talk about it to them, even though I don't like confrontation. I'm not like that. I don't like. Anyway, this girl made me very sad. And she still, and like after that, she started like harassing me. Like when I sat at lunch, she'd follow me around, and like she started sitting behind me and kicking me while sitting and stuff like that. And that was really annoying and petty. So like, girl, what was that? Be mature. Just be mature. Anyway, if she sees this, just know that I'm gonna profit off of this. Hopefully, if I get that watch time. And I'm gonna put her at the top category, slightly traumatizing or whatever. I literally refilming the story for the 3rd time, so I don't sound like stupid. Seatbelt. Okay. So this girl, I'm gonna call her Seatbelt. We used to in like 2-3 years ago, we were like on the same school bus, and this girl, she just harassed me. Like she was just mean on the bus. It was really funny though, but, like not really funny, but she was like racist. She would say all sorts of things. I feel like one of those like patronizing bullies. I feel like condescending, but like sort of saw you as their friend. I don't know what was up with her. She still goes to our school. She actually had a crush on the girl who bullied me before. So this girl was on my bus, and I just remember whenever I sat down, she would sit down next to me and try to squish me in the weirdest way possible. Like just squish me to the side of the bus. And I was like, okay girl, that's not funny. But she did that. And on top of that, she also would like, my friend was also on my bus, and she sat next to me. And this was like around the time COVID just started, and like we were just sitting next to each other and talking, and this girl, like Seatbelt, comes up to like just announces on the bus, like points at my friend specifically, who's like Chinese Japanese mixed, and she goes,
all the Chinese people should die because they're causing COVID to happen.
what? Did I hear that correctly? I was like, and then on the bus, she was just really loud and like harassed a lot of people, and would just say a ton of curse words and slurs towards me. But she like physically bullied. Like that was like the first time I faced any sort of physical bullying. Like she would just push me against the side and stuff. She would push me everywhere. But she was also nice to me sometimes. I'm gonna say she was memorable. It didn't hurt me that much, but like I would talk about her with my friends. But she was memorable. A little silly. Ooh. A little silly though. I had fun. It's like when I sort of started becoming friends with her. Like we were sort of in the same friend group, but I was like new because I moved into this school like a year before. And she just didn't like me, like at the beginning of the year. She would just ostracize me from everything. I remember she would bring jelly for like all of her friends and would not give me one. She was like, no jelly for you, like every day. She was like, oh, I don't know if I have enough, I'm sorry. And like she wouldn't give me her snacks and stuff. And like sharing snacks was like a really big thing in elementary school. If you like shared snacks with someone, that means you like them, but like as a friend. Anyway, but we're really good friends now. I'm gonna just say tis but a scratch because we're good friends now and I love her. And Obsidian. Okay, so Obsidian, this isn't really bullying, I'd say, but Obsidian and I started off pretty good friends, I'd say. And then he same name as Seatbelt, but let's call her Saggy. Now I'm calling her Saggy because her pants were always below her underwear, so I could see her underwear every single day. It was always in my face. Okay, anyway. So this girl was like, she would always like harass me for my looks, and she would just push me around. She was really entitled. And when I was a little younger, I was very like pushable. I was not confident like in myself whatsoever. So it was like, you see me, you push me around, it's haha, funny, no big deal. She's not gonna do anything back. And this girl was like, anyway, she would always, actually, both of these people kind of did the same thing, but they did it like together because they were both friends. The second one did it more than the first. The first girl was like, her and her friend would always just come up to me, harass me, be like, make fun of my art, criticize my art, and then like get mad at me when I give them criticism. I'm like, okay, and then don't give me criticism. Anyway, these girls like, they would push me around. They would like shove me out of the way, and I think it was funny. I remember her like, go shut up. Yeah, I did not like that girl. But like I wasn't open about it, like because I tried to be her friend, and we actually were good friends for like we were good friends. We were like kind of friends for a period of time, but she was also like entitled and mean. It was like so like I remember sometime like at one point we just started passing notes in class because we were both bored. But I also remember this girl like taking my homework and like copying off of me, which I really didn't want. And I remember it, but I'm gonna say memorable but kind of silly because my friends and I make fun of this girl till date because of her underwear. See, I was gonna make this one just one dude in specific, but I'm gonna make it a mix of two, or just like a group of people. So when I was in like middle school, I think this was like 6th grade middle school. This and elementary school. Okay, so this dude, I keep on referencing this dude. So this guy, let's call him Wet Sock, because his personality was that of a wet sock, soggy and bland and stinky, I guess. Anyway, so he would just make fun of me and like just try to get me to do like bad stuff for him. Like he would like tell me to like steal candy from like the teacher's drawer and stuff, and get upset with me when I didn't, and be like, "Oh, you're so boring," and like good. And I don't know why I cared so much about why those people what those people thought of me, because like I would do it sometimes. Most of the times I would say no. But like what I mean is like, let's say I like won a Kahoot in class because I was a nerd. He would be like, "Can you give me your candy? Can you give me your candy?" And once I actually did, and he didn't repay me. He said he would. But around about that, like he would generally just go out and make fun of me. He would try and get me to do like weird things. Like he would get me to say weird things for him. He would get me to like. I was like really against cussing back then, so I would like. He would be like, "Stick out your middle finger for me," because like we were all immature little kids, and I'd be like, "No," and he'd be like, "Do it." He'd be like, "Do it," and then I do it, and then he like started laughing really loudly. I think it was because he just liked having me do things for him, which is like, Anyway, there was a lot more than that, but I'm not gonna get too into it. And then this other dude. Okay, funny thing is, there was this girl he was friends with who would like do anything for him. So like when I was in, but the thing is like this girl, she like realized what a bad person she was back then, and she and I are actually like really really good friends right now, and we both hate this dude. So girl power. So girl power. Anyway, so this guy, we were like frenemies. I won't really call him a bully, but he like sat next to me in math, and I am very talkative. So during math, even though we were like completely different friend groups, I would just talk to him like blah 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 blah. I would just talk to him, and it was like, damn. Like, it was fun. I loved talking to this guy, but he would also try to get me to do stuff for him, even if I didn't want to. Like, he would try to get me to, I remember one day, this was like a little traumatizing, but I remember one day, he forgot to do the math homework, and my math teacher was really strict about homework due dates. So, and I wasn't the best at turning in my homework on time either, okay? But he wasn't, like, he wanted me, and I remember on that day, I had my homework, he didn't, and he wanted to copy off my homework, and I hated, even now, I, like, hate letting people copy off my homework, because it's like, I did this assignment. Unless I know they're gonna pay me back or they've done something for me. But like, I'm like, I've done this assignment. I spent a lot of my hard work on it, and I know you're not gonna give me anything back. I'm running my breath. I need water. And I know you're not gonna give me anything back. So like, why am I even like doing this? Like, why am I giving you this for like what? So I can feel like, so you can get the credit for what I did, and you potentially get caught. I need water. And then us both potentially getting caught for cheating. Like, no. So, I didn't give him the homework. And then I remember this girl comes up to me at lunch and just yanks my homework out of my hands and runs to him. And I remember chasing her all around the cafeteria and eventually getting it back and then running around like back to my table and stuffing my homework in my lunchbox. And then I tell her, I threw it away. I chased this girl for homework. It was so funny. I'm gonna say memorable but kind of silly, but like top of memorable but kind of silly because I really like that. That was funny. And this girl and I are also really good friends now. And we both don't like this guy. And she apologized to me even though that happened like way back when. She was like, I was like telling her about it. She's like, oh yeah, I don't even remember that happening, but I was like a loser back then. She just didn't. He was an asshole back then. And now we're good friends. Anyway, that's about it for my bully tier list. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I'm suffering from chronic dehydration, so I need money to buy more water. So watch this video again if you feel like giving me money. I need water. I was about to say I need water for money. I need money for water and college tuition. Bye.